Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Thanks for being here tonight. If you were here yesterday and tonight, thank you very much. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Colleen. If you're here, leave a comment. Give some thumbs up and some hearts and things like that as we progress into the project. Hi, Stacy. Thanks for joining. Okay, I see we have a few on. Thank you for joining. Say hello, share. Thank you, Stacy, for that. Happy Sunday, Nora. It's nice to see everybody here. Thank you for joining again. For those of you that were with me yesterday and for coming on again tonight. And if you're just here tonight and weren't with us yesterday, I'm glad you're joining tonight. As you can see from the photo that I posted earlier, that I am using a couple of very bright ink pads. So we have let me introduce myself first for anybody here that's new. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Paula. My name is Antoinette Bay. I'm with the Paper Papillion, and I am a independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Lynbrook, New York. And I'm happy that you're here with me tonight. It's tonight for me. Granny Apple Green, we're using ink pad, Gorgeous Grape, and Magenta Madness. So we're using the ink pads with sponge daubers tonight. And the project that I'm sharing with you is a tutorial that I participated in and haven't shared here. So I wanted to share it here. I realized that I had it and I hadn't shared it here yet. So I wanted to do that. We're using the snail mail twine combo, and so we're just using the white twine out of this and some elegant gems. I love these gems. I need to get a few more packs. And we're using the Dainty Diamonds embossing folder, the favorite rectangle stitched dies, the stitched shape dies, the Art Gallery stamp set, and Happy Thoughts stamp set. And I love this stamp set for these sentiments. These are terrific, and I've used them in so many different ways, and I've used just parts of them and cut them out, and they're just great to, if you really think out of the box a little bit and start putting some wording together from something from here with this, you could really get a little bit more mileage out of that stamp set. So we are going to start with some Daffodil Delight, a color I really don't use, and Gorgeous Grape, another color that I don't use very often. This is the envelope. I don't want to forget to stamp the envelope, and this is the insert. And I am going to get my scoreboard because I did not score my cardstock. These measurements will be on the blog tomorrow, and then of course I'll post it here as well. Hi Sonia, thank you for the sharing. Nora, you like the colors, is saying fantastic colors. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad you like it. Years ago I did my daughter's confirmation invitations back then I think it was Elegant Eggplant was the name of the cardstock that I used, and I paired it with So Saffron, which is still a current color, but back then it was Elegant Eggplant, and those were her confirmation. If I could find the invitation, I'm sure I have it in her scrapbook album somewhere. I'll share it with you. Let's see. So my paper is 4 1/4 by 11, and I'm scoring the long side at 5 1/2. So that's an even measurement on both sides. Okay, here we go. We are going to do some Stampin' Cut and Emboss with the big one, the big machine, and we're going to get that out of the way first. So why don't we do the few things that we need to do there, and then we'll get started on stamping. I'm going to bring over my large Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and my plates. So I really wore out my plates because it cracked the other day. The really old ones I was using. That's what happens. I use them until they crack. Okay, so this piece, we're going to take the Dainty Diamonds and emboss this piece right here. Oh, I think I need to take these off, actually. I need my other plate that we use when we have a 3D embossing folder. Okay. Oops, sorry if I'm shaking. Oh, these remind you of Mardi Gras colors. Yeah, been seeing a lot of that online, the Mardi Gras going colors. And now that we have the folder and the sheet embossed, we can bring back our cutting plates and use the largest rectangle stitch shape, rectangle die, sorry, and cut that out. So I wanted to do the embossing first before the stitching, because I feel that the impression of the stitching will not get lost if I do doing it afterward, after the embossing folder. I just feel like the stitching is more visible doing it after. So here we go. I feel like it's crooked. I feel like I'm not gonna, okay, let's go there. All right. And it's on an angle because, like I always said, one of my, another demonstrator that's an architect always said to, I guess it's an architectural thing, I don't know. She said to put it in on an angle, these rectangular shapes and these square shapes, when you're putting it through the die cut machine. Okay, so I don't lose, so I have the nice stitch shape around there and I don't lose the impression of the Dainty Diamonds. So let me put this one away. Hi Tammy, thank you for sharing. Nice to see you here again tonight. Thanks for joining. For everyone that was here last night, thank you. And everyone that came back again tonight, thank you. It's fun to see you guys. Okay, oh, we have one more thing to do, and that would be to, I'm taking a scrap piece of basic white and the largest stitched circle. This is big enough, and we're going to dye that, and then we're done with the die cutting. Okay, and there's a nice stitched circle. Okay. Now we can put this away. For those of you that were with me last night, I know someone had asked me, and I'm sorry, I don't remember who it was, that asked me to post the measurements of the keepsake card I did on Thursday night. And I did do that today. I went back to that particular live post and I posted the measurements for that card on the live post. So I just edited the post in the description. So if you need to go over there and take a peek at those measurements, feel free. As I said, I wasn't putting it on my blog. Okay, so this is going to be the insert and this is going to be the insert. And these are the top layers along with, I cut two just in case I make a mistake. So, all right, now I need a piece of scrap white. And what we're going to do next is take this flower right here and we're going to ink that up with the stamp pads and daubers, okay? So I had said this before that I need to get another one of these to house the rest of my daubers that don't fit. So I need Granny Apple Green, which I've used a lot. I still have not used all of these. That's in the brights. And then I need, what color? Magenta Madness, which is in the In Colors. So the first top are the In Colors that are going to be retiring, and then the bottom are the In Colors that are current. And then in here, because it didn't fit in the case, I need Gorgeous Grape. And here's Gorgeous Grape. Hi, Lynn. Thanks for joining. Okay, so we have Magenta, we have Gorgeous Grape, and we have Granny Apple Green. So what we're going to do is, you've seen me do this before, we're just going to daub each of the flowers. Let me get this out of the way. And the leaves. And we're going to do that 3 times, and it goes very quickly. So, first taking Magenta, and let's see, I'll do it here and here. So these 2 center flowers, and then I'm going to take Gorgeous Grape and do this flower here, and this little flower, and then the Granny Apple Green. Let me put these right in front so I don't grab the wrong, and do these leaves. I'm trying not to lean on the table so that I'm not shaking the camera. And we have the leaves going here. I'm pressing kind of hard because I really want that color to come through. I'm going to take Magenta again and add a little bit more. And then I'm also going to take a little bit and try to get in between the flowers where there's a little bit of a stem. Now I'm going to huff on it and bring over Scrap White. Okay. And hopefully I'm in camera. I'm going to move this up so that way I am in camera. Okay. So that's my first one. And it came out a little bit light, so I need to press a little bit harder. I need to press a little bit harder on that, but that's okay. We're going to use that. Okay. And now next we're going to do Magenta again. Same flower combination. Maybe I'll use that for the inside. So oh, there we go. That's much brighter. And then the Gorgeous Grape. Oh yeah, now I'm pressing. I thought I was pressing hard before. Now I'm pressing hard. I was being way too gentle before. And Granny. Oh, I almost dipped it in there. Yeah, I'm going to use this one for the inside. We'll cut it down. And now I'm just huffing. Let me take another piece of scrap. So I'll take the one I was originally using for the inside and just press this. Okay. Thank you, Paula, for sharing. I appreciate that. Okay. So there's one. That's much better than this one, right? Maybe we'll flip that over for the inside, and so let's do this. We need to do it 2 more times, but it's quick. We're going to do it once on another piece of, on this scrap piece, and once on the envelope. And I know there's probably another way to do this. You can, but I like using these daubers for this particular. Oh, so how's everybody's day today? I could tell you about mine. We were cleaning out stuff. That's what we were doing. And just busy all day long. It was nice here though. Had to crack open the window a couple of times. Not because it's hot, but because it gets hot when you're busy cleaning and working like that, right? It just gets so hot. Okay, so, oh, that came out really good. So these two are going to be for the front of the card. So I'm going to put that on the side. And now we have the envelope. So let's do the envelope and then we're done with this daubing part. And honestly, I think if you guys don't mind watching this again, we'll flip this card, this one over that was way light. And I'm going to give this card away, but on Thursday night, when I come back on Thursday night, this card is going to go to someone. Okay. Now this is for the envelope. I love to add that little something to the envelopes too. Okay, so let's put that aside and let's flip this over. I want to see something for a second. Yeah, let's flip it over and do this on this side. It takes just a few seconds, right? And grape. What did you guys do? Let's see. Anybody have anything interesting that they did today? Want to share with us? I'm glad to know that my friends in Texas are pretty much back to normal temperatures and they have their water and heat back, and my goodness, they had a rough few days, maybe 4 days, I think, of craziness. And I realized that a lot of my sidelines are all in Texas. My other Stampin' Up! Team members. Okay, we're going to stamp this. Is going to be for the inside. And it's going to be much brighter than that other one. And then we're going to wind up cutting this down. Okay. Oh, so much better. So bright. The other was so dull. Okay. Let's put these away so we don't get anything in there. I don't think we need the daubers anymore. We will need the gorgeous grape ink again, but I'm going to put the daubers way far away from me. And this will go for the inside. And we do have to actually die cut. I just realized that I forgot that we have to die cut this. So if you hold on 1 second, I'm going to get the dies. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I forgot that we have to die cut these. So we'll use the mini die cut Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. We'll use the mini one for this. And we'll get those die cut quickly. And put this away. And we'll bring over the mini, because this will fit perfectly in there. So pretty. I have a crocus, what is that? That opened up today. Hope it brought its snowsuit. Ha, that's funny, Lynn. What's it? I don't even know what a crocus is. I'm assuming a plant. I don't know anything about plants. So here are the dies, the Floral Gallery dies. And we need that piece. Sorry if I sound really ignorant, but I just don't know anything about plants whatsoever. And I need to poke out a couple of pieces of paper that are in there right now. Let me see, did you respond? Happy flowers. I'm gonna have to look that up. Or if you want, you could post a picture here. Because I don't know what that is. I do not have a green thumb. I do not have, I'm going to sadly and embarrassingly tell you that I don't even have one plant in my house. When I got engaged, I moved out of my apartment and in with my husband in his house. And he had all these plants. And he used to take good care of them. And then I moved in and I don't know, I bought some bad energy in the house because those things did not last. I think he thought I was watering them and I wasn't. I'm terrible with plants. Terrible, terrible. I do not. And my husband enjoys to plant outside. Okay, so we have that one done. We just need one more. Let's see, worked on cards for a swap. that Michael Deal organized. I don't know who that is. I don't know who Michael Deal. I have a hibiscus blooming inside as well as an orchid. Oh gosh, you guys, small flower. Lynn says it's a small flower that you see with daffodils. Okay, I'm gonna look it up. And yeah, I don't have a green thumb whatsoever. But like I said, at least my husband, I'm in here crafting and he's outside in the warmer months, planting and taking care of the plants. For a long time, he did our lawn too, but he finally hired a company a number of years back to do it. Okay. Just took up too much of his day taking care of the lawn on his day off. Okay, there we go. That's all done. All right, so I'm gonna put the Floral Gallery dies away because we don't need those anymore. It's so nice to have this mini cutter. It's so convenient when everything fits in it. Okay, let's bring this back. Now I'm going to use some liquid glue. Actually, let's do our sentiment and then we'll cut this down too. Let's do the sentiment first and then we'll put it all together, okay? So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to mask the sentiment again. I'm using the one that says, the little things you do so well and so often make a big difference, but I'm going to mask the to so many people. I don't want to have that on the front of the card because I'm using the word thank you for the inside. So I'm masking that right on the bottom with the sticky part of the Post-it note. And I'm just digging my nail, I don't really have very much of a nail right now, in so that it doesn't, the Post-it note doesn't affect any of the letters that I do want. And I'm taking the Versamark and white embossing powder and we'll get that stamped up, okay? Give it a good inking. And before I do anything else, I don't want to forget, this is a dark color, the Gorgeous Grape. So I do want to use my embossing buddy. Okay. Okay. I think that should be good. Now I'm going to pull off. And then I'm going to stand for this because, well, I'm going to cut this down anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, I pressed too hard. You see, there's, okay, we're going to do this again because you see all that line. I don't want that. So that's why I did another one. I must have known that I had that error at one point. So let's take that again and stick my nail down there. And let's try that again. So obviously what I did was rock my stamp instead of just pressing straight down. Either that or I just pressed way too hard. Okay, so I'm going to stand and I'm going to press just straight down. And I did not rock that time, which is fine. This is a little crooked, but we're going to straighten it out. Okay, so now I'll dip that in there. And I bet you I forgot to use my embossing buddy this time. And it looks pretty good. Let me move this one out of the way. You guys, okay, there you are. Okay. Now I'm going to take my tweezers because I don't want to burn my fingers. Did I bring my tweezers over? Where are they? Oh, there they are. My keychain is not hanging over, so I didn't see them. And it's going to take a minute to heat up, so it's going to get loud if you want to turn down your volume. Okay. So on Thursday night, if you joined a little late, I'm going to come back. And this card, I'm deciding now, will go to all the shares from the last couple of videos. Okay? Not all the shares. I'll be picking a name from everyone that shared. Let me put it that way. Otherwise, I'd be making an awful lot of cards. All right. So I need to straighten this out, and I only want it to be 1 inch wide. And I am going to go this way now. And maybe bring it in just a little bit. Nah, that's okay. 1 inch is fine. Whoops. Okay. All right. So that's our sentiment. I don't know if I have to cut it down a little bit. We might have to. 3, I think, let's see the size. It's going to go directly on top of our Dainty Diamond, and that measures about 3 3/4. So I want this to be about 3 3/4. So let me bring that. Let me give it a little extra if I have to cut it off. Okay, there we go. All right. Yes, please do that. Share, Carmen. I see your comment, so let you share. I let you share. Because this will go into the drawing for everyone that shared, will be in there. Now we're going to put some liquid glue behind here, the Dainty Diamond embossed piece, because whenever there's like little nooks and crannies on an embossing folder, you want the glue to get in there. And oftentimes adhesive, when it's embossed, it's an embossed image, oftentimes adhesive can pull the paper. So when you have an embossed image, it's probably best to use liquid glue. It has been my experience that it pulls at times. So let's see, is this good? Yes, that's great. Okay, now on this one, I'm going to use some dimensionals. Actually, you know what? Let's cut, before we finish that, let's cut this down to the size that we needed. Now this is 4 by 5 1/4, so I want this to be just 1/8 of an inch shorter. So I'm gonna go 3 7/8. Oh, I'm gonna need my big trimmer for this. The thing about this, it doesn't extend past 4 inches. So let's go here. It doesn't extend past the 4 1/4 inches. So I do need to bring in my larger. And I want this to be, so if this is 5 1/4, I want this to be 5 1/8. Like that. So it should just barely see the gorgeous grape peeking out there, which is exactly what I wanted. And that's going to be for the inside. And since I did say I wanted the sentiment to be thank you from here, we'll do that in gorgeous grape. Okay, thanks for those shares. All you guys that are sharing to your timelines or craft groups, I really appreciate it. And I'm going to put that thank you right down here. Isn't that pretty? Gorgeous grape is a color I do not use that much. I say that, but then again, maybe I do. Okay, let's put some adhesive on here. Now that's where I made the first one I did, flower, and it was too light, and we redid it. Let's put that on here. And I just realized I don't have my glasses on. Okay. Let's see. A little too much there. Okay, I want to trim just the snip on the bottom. There's a little bit too much showing. And even again, isn't bad to do one more snip. Okay. So that's going to be for the inside. Let's do that. Pretty, right? Gorgeous grape is gorgeous. We'll need to add it to your list, to your want list. There's a lot of things I need to add to my want list. But right now, I need to replenish my supplies. And the most important thing for me to replenish right now is a lot of cardstock. I didn't realize just how little I have left of each color. And that is not good around here, right? Okay, so now we'll put dimensionals there. So tomorrow, well, if any of you are on my newsletter, I mentioned to you I have to do my taxes. I still haven't done them, and my husband's, you know, wanting to get them done. And so it's not a lot this year. We didn't do any major renovation projects this year. Last year and the year before we had a lot of stuff, but this year's pretty straightforward. So it shouldn't take me too long, but I'm going to take tomorrow to do that. And then I have my brothers-in-law and my daughter coming for dinner tomorrow night. My brothers-in-law have been in my circle since this whole thing started last March. Well, not really. Let's see, March, April, May. We didn't see anybody March, April, May, even into June. So since then, they've been in our circle. So now we're going to, and they come for dinner. We try at least once every couple of weeks. It's so hard for them because they're both working. And my husband's working too, but it's easy for him. So they're coming tomorrow evening, and my daughter. And let's see. So we're just doing the top portion, the portion that's going to sit on the outside of the circle. Okay, and I think that's pretty good. And we're going to do the same on this one. And like I said, this was for a tutorial that I participated in. And I forgot all about it. And I decided that's why I came live, because I had this already prepared. The card was already done, and I just had to actually cut the product for it. So if I had to work on something new, I wouldn't have been able to come live today because I had too much cleaning with my husband to do today. Okay. Oh, it's Eastery. Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, I'm glad you said that, Patty. It is Eastery. Yeah, maybe I'm going to make a bunch and use this as an Easter card. Thanks for saying that. I didn't even think about it. Yeah, I like that. Eastery. So if anybody has this set, this is a great Easter card without being too much with the bunnies and stuff like that. Okay, so for now, I'm just going to put this down very lightly because I still need to place this, and I'm not 100% sure yet where. So let's just place that lightly, gently. Am I off camera here? Okay. And then this will go up on top, right? There. And then this is just going to go like this. I want to kind of get some of those leaves in there. And I want to get some of those leaves. Okay, this will be good. Let's get some adhesive for this. Right. So yeah, if you have a pretty Easter sentiment, this would be great. And let's see if I can get some of these leaves in here. I don't think I'm going to get that far. Well, let's see. How much can I get? I think if I were to trim it down, well, I can't really get any of the leaves up on top unless I cut into this a bit. And I think I might just do that. If I cut into the leaf a little bit here, I might be able to slip that in. Let's see. Maybe. And maybe this one too. Let's slip that in, see if we can. I don't want to ruin it. Let's try. No, that's not going to work. Nope, not going to work. I don't want to ruin it. So I have a little here. We'll just do that. Okay, now let's get some of that twine. Aw, Michelle, thank you so much. That was sweet. I was thinking of what I was going to use for Easter cards. There you go. If you have this, Tammy, if you have this set or some sort of floral image that you can bring lots of different colors into, you know. Okay, let's cut that. And this I'm going to do a little bit smaller. However, I'm going to use some liquid glue. This is a really simple card, right? You can mass produce this for Easter, depending, you know, I probably would send out maybe 10, not even, maybe 8 of these for Easter. And there's some of that. And this I'm going to have to put some dimension behind there. And then we're going to put, let's see, I need a fatter one. Some gems on here. And let's put a dimensional here. Take it off. And one more, just to pop that up. Right, now where are the gems? And now my sample, I used some clear gems, and I think I'm going to stick with the clear here as well. So I'm going to put a larger one here, and I'll follow that up with a smaller one. Oops, got stuck on my finger. About there. And then another larger one. I'll put that right there. And the one thing I do need to do, which is bothering me, and I don't think I have it, is my glue remover. There's just a little bit of glue right here that I need to remove, but I can do that off camera. And that's it. Sweet and simple card tonight, right? That you guys suggested using for Easter, and I think it's a great, great idea. So maybe someone's going to win this on all the sharers that are sharing tonight and all the sharers from the other night. When was I here? Can you guys remind me? Oh, I was here Thursday night, right? Yeah. And I already did a live last week and did a drawing. So yes, anybody from Thursday night and tonight will be in the drawing for this coming Thursday. So this card will be in the drawing for the sharers. And the card I make on Thursday night will be in the drawing for all the comments from tonight and this past Thursday night. So there you go. There's the thank you on the inside. If you really want to get fancy, you could throw a few rhinestones in there, but then it gets a little bulky and you might not want to do that. But okay, so thank you so much again for joining me. Does anybody have any questions? Let's see. I'm going to get back to all your comments that I missed. Thank you, Priscilla, for sharing. I appreciate that. Another winning card. Aw, thank you, Colleen. And oh, wait, before you guys go, if anybody wants to stick around, and maybe if you weren't here last night and you want to see the cards real quick that are part of my card kit to go for, I had mentioned last night the deadline is Wednesday, but the deadline is actually Tuesday. If you're on my email list, you received the information. If you're on my blog, you would have gotten the information, all the details for this. And wait, something fell off it actually. And so if you're not, the link to my newsletter is here. And if you join, I'll send you the newsletter. And you can go to my blog, and the link to that is also in the description. You could shop my store. I put that link there too. And the host code here is in the description as well. So here's the first card. And there's a lot of die cutting involved with these cards. And these are all strips put together. Okay, so that's one. This is ornate floral, and that's two. This is quick because you're just getting sneaks. And this is three. Okay, so I used a stamp here. You could use any stamp you have that's a floral image. Now, this is the 3 cards you get with a $35 minimum. If you go to 50, you get a free celebration item, and then you get a bonus card. Okay, so all the details are in my blog and my newsletter. So if you get my newsletter and you didn't peek at it today, it went out this morning early, you might want to go take a peek at the newsletter, okay? So thanks again for joining me, and I will see you again Thursday evening, which is, where's my calendar? Thursday is the 25th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and I'll get back to all your comments, and thanks again for joining me. I really appreciate it. Have a great week. See you soon.